Hello everyone, Alistair Gold here. I was going to talk about the club as a whole really at the moment. I just find it so weird at the moment that it's just such an unpredictable club. I mean, how am I now talking about a consistent Tottenham Hotspur despite everything that's kind of going on around them? It's just crazy really. It's such a turbulent club. You know, their manager right now is currently situated 778 miles away from everything. You know, it is Turin family home recovering from emergency surgery. It's just mad. Yet here we are. Look at us. They've won 4 of their past 5 Premier League games. 4th place, 4 points above Newcastle now. They do have 2 games in hand, but they travel to Man City next weekend. And like I said earlier, Spurs are 14 points clear of Chelsea. They're 9 above Liverpool, who have like 2 games in hand, obviously. But it's just crazy. They found this consistency at a club where, but you also mustn't underestimate Sheffield United, who I think they beat Watford at the weekend, kind of got back into their groove after a couple of defeats. They are second in the Championship. They're going to be no pushover whatsoever. It's going to be a very difficult match in a noisy atmosphere as well. So you've got to kind of decide how far you can change things up. You know, like I said earlier, Richarlison could make a 3rd consecutive start. Yesterday, I felt what he lacked in quality, he kind of made up for with a real willingness to fight for and scrap for everything. We know that's what he brings anyway. But honestly, there was so many times when I saw him almost in a left-back role, coming back and helping defend and helping out either Davies or Longley. Whoever had gone forward, he kind of came back to cover them. It was very good. Actually, I've got to say, he made 5 tackles, which for an attacking player is mad. It was only second only to Emerson on the day. And I really liked the fact that he looked absolutely gutted. Despite the fact he was coming off in the 89th minute. He put his shirt over his head. Guess who's always told me this, and anything I've read about Richarlison has been the same, that he hates coming off the football pitch with a passion. Just doesn't matter if there's an absolute reason for it. And here we are, you know, just before the end of normal time. He's still annoyed. It may be that he was coming off, but it may be that he wanted to contribute more attacking-wise and he wasn't able to. He did. He kind of pulled his shirt right up and his eyes were all... I'm sure they were wet from exertion. It wasn't like he was crying or anything. But, yeah. I think he knows, look, he's a £60 million signing. The fact that he's only scored in 1 match this season is not good enough. It's not. Obviously, there was 2 goals against Marseille, wasn't it, at home? So not scored in the Premier League. Yes, he's had injury absences. Yes, he needs to get his own rhythm, but that's not good enough. For a 60 million signing, of course it's not. It isn't whatsoever. So yeah, hopefully, I think the Sheffield United game will be a good game for him. You'd imagine plays Sonny as well. Maybe Danjuma gives Kane and Kulusevski a rest, plays Richarlison through the middle. Obviously, Sonny, another game on the bench. He came on. He looked a threat again. Another game where he's looked against a stretched defence. He looked good. A lovely set piece. Lovely set piece. Corner, flag kick, if you're going to call it that. And yeah, they're such different players, Richarlison and Son. They really are. It's like, I've said it, I think, last week. Richarlison's like a blunt instrument that you kind of batter defence with, whereas Sonny is probably more refined, and he kind of can cut them down with his pace and the penetration he has as well. And I was looking at it, you know, it's kind of crept up the stats, but Sonny's got 9 goals and 3 assists from 32 games. And you know, I said it earlier before, he's the first man to admit that it's not been a good season for him by his own standards. Yet he's still rocked up with, what did I just say there? 12 goal involvements. And obviously there'll be more where he's indirectly involved. And he has had a problem in recent weeks. I know certainly there's been the odd session where he's been training away from the group, as he kind of can't push himself. But so that'll have played its part as well. And like I say, both can help playing.